Apparently, obesity is caused by racism. That's new. And who knew? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to Saya's Domain. And on today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that may sound a little strange to maybe everybody, apparently. So I guess black women in America are pushing this idealism or agenda or propaganda, or I don't even know what to call it, that racism is causing obesity amongst black women, which is quite funny to me because I always thought that eating bad food or eating unhealthy food, maybe processed food and things like that, as well as a lot of inactivity, is something that could be causing obesity. This is quite funny and this is strange. And at the same time, I think that this is dangerous because it's something that is being pushed amongst black women in America. And a lot of people will be falling for this hook, line, and sinker. Now, I saw this particular video on the Oprah Winfrey Network about black women suffering obesity in America, and they made this show basically to be able to shed more light on the subject. And I would think that when you're trying to shed light on a subject, a particular subject, you're shedding light so that you can somehow find a solution to the problem. But well, let's have a look at this video and see what angle they are actually coming from, what angle this black woman is actually coming from, and see whether there is any basis to it if truly racism does cause obesity.
So I actually want us to hold up a little bit before we do this thing where we start blaming ourselves. Like, I hate when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it. Because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We're moving, we're taking care of kids, but our food quality suffers. We are living in the Trump era.
Will you keep quiet?
And look, those policies kill our people. You can't get access to good health care, good insurance. The research says that black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet, than our white women counterparts. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
It is very funny that she found a way to slide it in there that they are living in the Trump era. Typical liberal subliminal type of messaging telling you that Trump is causing your obesity. Can you see the number of all those black women sitting in the crowd nodding? Do you know how many millions more would be sitting at home actually watching this program and nodding their head to it and saying, yes, she's got a point. She's right. Well, let's take a look at facts and evidence, because everything she has said, she hasn't backed it up by any single fact. First off, there's a way that she manipulated what she was saying to make you think that she's actually talking about real stats and real data. She said, the research says, when she said the research says, she didn't say from where, from who, whose research? That the stress in their bodies means that, and health officials think that there is no certainty to that. When you say somebody thinks that, there is no scientific backing to when you say somebody thinks that when you follow the same diets and do maybe the same exercise as your white women counterpart, that you will not get the same result because it doesn't work for you. Why? Because you lose weight slower and you lose less weight, basically, or however she put it.
Black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet, than our white women counterparts. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Yeah, so she said that black women lose less weight and they lose it slower, even if they follow the same diets as their white women counterparts. Well, lady, hold my beer. As you can see, a lot of black women in America decided to take that plunge, take that leap, do the right thing, do the exercise. I could show you videos of couples that actually decided to lose weight and they lost maybe 176 pounds. We've seen all these stories. Just Google it. You can find it on YouTube everywhere of black women in America actually making that right decision to actually lose weight, and they're losing weight properly, which means that what she's saying is false, a big lie. This is what we call in Naija a big OJ. OJ. You know what I mean? So basically, she's just lied to people, but people are falling for this thing hook, line, and sinker. Now, where this gets really dangerous is that other large platforms are also promoting this same idealism amongst black women.
We're on my plane from New Jersey to Vancouver. Can you imagine that? A plane filled with black women crashing to the ground every day, and no one is talking about it.
So the question that you're all asking yourselves right now is why? Why are black women dying? We asked ourselves that same question. Why is what's out there not working for them? Private weight loss companies, government interventions, public health campaigns. I'm going to tell you why. Because they focus on weight loss or looking good in skinny jeans without acknowledging the trauma that black women hold in our bellies and bones that has been embedded in our very DNA. The best advice from hospitals and doctors, the best medications from pharmaceutical companies to treat the congested heart failure of my grandmother didn't work because they didn't acknowledge the systemic racism that she had dealt with since birth. A divestment in schools, discriminatory housing practices, predatory lending, a crack cocaine epidemic, mass incarceration, putting more black bodies behind bars than were owned at the height of slavery.
Now, let's check out some statistics. As far as America is concerned, according to the CDC records, so you can see that generally women in America, a lot of them are suffering from obesity, be it black, white, Hispanic. The only people that do not have a large amount of people or a large number of people suffering prevalence obesity in America are the Asians. It's only about 17% of them. You can Google this, you can find it out on the CDC website, and you can see this result that a lot of people are suffering obesity in America, not just black women. So should we blame racism on as well? Because there are a lot of overweight women for all races in America. So are they also suffering racism? These are questions we need to ask when we see programs like this because they are misleading. And frankly, they all make us look stupid. We need to stop adopting the victimhood mentality. Victimhood mentality, all it does is it stops us from progressing, from moving forward. We need to really drop these things aside. Now, what pains me the most about these shows, both shows that I watched from beginning to the end, is that there was no solution. In other words, they're telling you that if you're obese or you're suffering obesity, it's fine because it's being caused by racism. And that's something that you can do nothing about. So let me pose a quick question to you guys out there. Do you really think that this information that these women are propagating is dangerous, or it's practically harmless and people will just laugh it off? Remember to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I will be looking out for them, and also I will be responding to you as well. I want to thank everybody that has watched this video up to this point. I really appreciate you guys. If you did like the video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thank you for watching up to this point anyway. Remember to also hit that subscribe button and also ding that bell for notification. And if you really did like the video, share it with your friends. Help the channel out. So I'll be jetting out of here, but before I go, I want to quickly remind you guys to look after each other and look out for each other. Peace, and I'm out.